Okay, what I want to do before I swap this stuff out, I want to mark this just in case I decide to put it back. What I'm going to do right here, so we'll mark right here. That way I got it marked. That way if I put it back, I can put it right back in the same spot. This is just a test to see if I want to do this. See if my KU is going to work better on this since this is a solid dish. I hardly rarely get it on that one, so I'm going to try it on this one here. But now I'm going to go ahead and swap it out. Alright, I got this scanned in. Now I'm going to come up here and tweak it. There she comes right back. So now we're going to go in and out with it. Go back out. That's about right for this dish. About 72 quality. That's what I got on the other one, about 72. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and, so I got to pick it back up, have it even like this. .72, that's where I want. Now I'm gonna dog it down right there. I'm gonna mark it and with my marker there, just like I got there, and dog it down. I'll just put my numbers in. 1, 0, 3, and you go up, and go back down and over. 103 West KU. Okay, then you hit confirm. Okay, now what I'm going to do next, I'm going to go over here, change this frequency right there. I'm just going I didn't have to, you don't have to scan, you don't have to go down there like that, I just did it, it's a habit. Then I'm going to hit scan, I'm going to save this. And I'm going to go ahead and do a blind scan on this. See what we get. Some should pop in here pretty soon, hopefully. This should be all vertical polarity channels. I don't know why it says on C on it. I know, okay, it's got I don't know why I got C on it. I guess that thing's screwed up. That's one thing about these GET media receivers. They're very sensitive. So what it's doing, I backed out before it scanned them in. For some reason, the dang thing. So I'm gonna have to go back in here and change this back because the stupid thing very sensitive. So I'm gonna put that back where it's supposed to be, 5150. I'm gonna get back out of this. I'm gonna save my changes on this. Then I'm gonna go, that's what I want there. So I'm gonna pull that one off, and that's what I want right there. For some reason the thing is so sensitive, and now I can run it back up. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna go ahead and hit scan. We should make sure all this is right, because like I say, sometimes these settings will change. You can just hit button very lightly and everything will change on these GT media receivers. They're very, very sensitive. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and save my changes. I'm gonna go ahead and do blind scan, FDA only, yes, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit search. And see what happens on KU. These should be vertical channels. Okay. All right, we're getting some now. Looks like that preview mucks there. Looks that way. That page preview stuff looks like it's fixing to rain out there. I'm going to have to wrap this up. Yeah, this is vertical. I can tell by WRAL 1015 on the radio side. We know it works. That's all that counts. So what I need to do is run me another. I got a PVC running down there. I need to run me another one so I can run one for KU temporarily. We know it works. That's what counts. So we're gonna go ahead and finish this scan here. Another thing on these once it's got the servo motor, you get duplicates. It likes to duplicate itself. So what I'll do, before I sit here all day doing this, I'll just go ahead and back out of this. I go ahead and hit exit and come on out. We know they're in there. That's what counts. That's KU on the vertical side. So now we see my signal strength. Look at that. Look at that there. That's KU now on an 8-foot solid dish. You can't beat that. On that signal strength. Okay, do that one more time there. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and back out of this before it starts coming down this rain. I'm going to flip that polarity and see if I can get these horizontal channels in there like I want. Okay, what I did, I just went up there, loosened that up, and turned it. It was pointing, it was this way. Actually, where the connector is, it was facing this way. So I just turned it at a 45 degree this way. And usually I'll just come out a blank screen, so I turn it at a 45 degree angle. So I'm fixing to do another scan on the KU side, see if I can get the NBC channels. Okay, I'm getting the NBC channels. I'm scanning the NBC channels in now. All coming in good. Look at that. I couldn't get it with that lnbf, but look at this thing. Coming in sharp. I paid about $150 for that thing. Well, the price makes a big difference too, but the problem is you got to have a servo motor. Look at there. Couldn't get it with that other one. Even when I had the, even on the small one, the smaller dishes, I couldn't get the mini channels on there. But that's pretty much it on this. So I'm scanning in. It hasn't duplicated yet, so I got 20 so far. So when I see a repeat of the same channels, it'll duplicate. So I got 20 channels in there so far. Looks like it's about fixing to duplicate, because yeah, we're duplicating again. So I scanned in about 20 channels. So that's it for now. Looks like it's fixing to rain. I'm gonna go ahead and play around with this, and I know it works. I get about a 93% signal, even on the KU side it works. So what I'm gonna do is run me another wire here, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this in my multi-switch and use this temporary until I can get me a lnbf and put on here. But right now those lnbfs in shorthand, they're hard to get right now. So I'm gonna use this and get by. I can get horizontal channels on the CNK U-band. I can get all the NBC channels, as well as I can get the grit channels on C-band, Laugh, True View, and True Mystery, and all them type channels, Laugh, a bunch of shopping channels, and a bunch of other stuff. So this will work for now. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up before I get wet. And I'm gonna put this in my switches. I'm gonna run me a cable. I'm gonna tie it into my switch system so I can get everything tied back in together. Well, that's it for now. Talk to you later. Bye. All right, I figured out, well, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the house. I'm just gonna swap this over. I'm gonna leave this out here. It ain't raining, so I'm gonna go ahead and just leave this like this. I'm gonna tape that up good. And it's gonna rain here tonight, but I'm gonna go ahead and just swap this over and leave this like this. I'm gonna dig me a trench, and I'm gonna leave this up here. And I'm gonna put this one tomorrow, because it's too late now. I'm just gonna take this and stick it on that other dish. And I'll do that tomorrow. Talk to you later. All right, that all works good. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run me another feed. I got it all lined up right here, up to that. And I'm gonna hook that one up there. I ain't figured out what I'm probably 91. I'm gonna run that back that way and tie it in. That way I can save on pipe. Because that's one thing I do. I got a maze with all these dang dishes and switches running. I got I got two running that way. I got two running that way on C-band. And I got several of them. I got a couple going back that way on the small dish. So sooner or later, you get a big old maze of pipe. So I'm gonna try to double this stuff up and run two in here for them two dishes right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and run this wire. It all worked. I got one running that way too, so it all works. So the only deal is it's a lot better using switches. I'd rather use switches on all this stuff. That way all you got to do is kind of just go through the channels, and then everything just switches automatically. I got an 8-way switch. I'll probably go something higher than that. I'll probably just have to get me another receiver or something like that. But I'll have eight hooked up. I'll probably, by the time I'll probably have about 12 hooked up on switches by the time I get it all done. That dish sitting right there, that and this dish network, I'm gonna play around with that and see what I can do with that. If there's anything available on that, I doubt it. They use left and right polarity, so I'll maybe I can play around with that and see what I can do on that. But I'm gonna go ahead and get back on this, finish this up. Talk to you later. Okay, one more little thing on this here. It's a little temporary fix, but it works. It's gonna keep the moisture out. Get you one of these here Ziploc bags. It'll work temporarily to keep that moisture out until you come up with a more permanent fix. So I'm gonna go ahead and get back on this. Okay, continuing on this. Got my wire, running my wires through my pipe. I went ahead and buried my pipe first. Feed one wire at a time. What I'll do is I'll take one piece of tape, the identify, I want to put this on this one here, and the other one I'm gonna put a T in there and gonna run it back to this one here. Then I'll tie them all into my switches when I get everything done. But you know, I gotta put me a T right there so I can tee them all. So I have to run my T right back through my wire. You know, that way I got one running here and one running here. So don't get ahead of yourself, because if you do, it's a pain, and you got to start all over again, because sometimes you run your wire and you get everything ready to glue. You forget, well, I left my T out. Then you got to pull it all out and start all over again. So just kind of think your way through it. What I have to do, take that T, which will go on here, feed it all the way through. Don't run the wrong one the run way. I'll turn it up, so I'll run one up this way. And I'll make sure it's the right wire, because I got them marked. Then I'll take the other one and run it this way. And just kind of take your time and do it. That way you don't get yourself messed up. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and run this thing, get it all done. It's in the rain. I'm doing this in the rain. It's supposed to rain all week. I want to get this done. I'll just kind of do it when I get a couple breaks here when it stops raining. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this all hooked up. Okay, back on this. Little tidbits. Be very careful when you do this. It's kind of hard to do this holding a phone too. Bend this up, kind of bend this top one up real slow, and just kind of feed it through real slow. You don't want to bend it too much. You don't want it to snap. Bend this one up and going. This is going up. See, that was going up, because that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna put this. When I get it all fed up, I'm gonna glue it right there, and that's one going up. That's gonna go straight up with the other one. So this will be my C-band side. I got my KU hooked up right now. So when I feed this up, that'll go up to that dish over there, which I'll run this into C-band on my SES3. And the other one, I'll put a 45 on this one here, and I will put a 45, then I'll put another extension. I'll run the other one this way, and it'll come back this way to this dish here. I hadn't figured out what satellite I'm gonna put this one on, but that's pretty much. Just take your time doing it, because you don't want this thing to snap, because it'll break inside if you get in a hurry. So just kind of take one hand and just kind of feed it through, then I'll glue it down once I get it fed through. All right, I got that one fed through. Now what I need to do feed this one straight through this way. Then I'll put a 90 in, or then I'll put 2 90s and I'll get it going back this way to this one here. All right, I got it pushed in, glued in. This one here goes straight up to this one here. This one here, put a 90 here, put a 45 here and a 45 here, and put a coupling here and go straight back this way. All right, I got that one glued. I'm just gonna pull it over to the pole and wrap it up with tape. I got it glued. I'm gonna put my 45 on, my 45, go back this way and push it on in the ground. And run my pole, my my stick there, PVC, and I'm gonna go ahead and push it on down in the ground and bury it. I got that little piece cut and glued. It's gonna go just like that. So remember, when you feed this in this wire, don't do it like that. Well, actually, don't do it like this, because if you do it like this, you got to be careful. Don't feed it all the way in wrong. Because if you do it like this, you end up like this. So make sure when you do this, do it the right way. Do it like this, because that's what's going to go on in here, so you can feed it back this way. All right, I'm going to continue on and get this done. All right, I got this fed all the way down. So kind of take your time, just kind of ease it in real slow. Make sure it's turned this way when you glue it. That way it go back that way. So turn it to the direction you want to do, however you do it. But just kind of ease on back and put the glue right around here and just ease it on there and let it dry for a few minutes and just finish it on up. And that's it. Then I'll go ahead and put me an LNB on there and hook this up, and I'll do me a scan. And well, actually, everything should already be scanned in. All I got to do is hook this up. I'll put me an LNB and figure out where I want to aim that, and I'll put me an LNB on there and I'll scan it in. And that's pretty much a wrap on this. And I'll probably go ahead and do me a scan later, but it's raining, so I'm not gonna fool with all that. I'll do that later. But I pretty well got all this set up, and I'll probably come back out here later, probably when it dries off, and I'll set that up to something. I'll just run me another wire and set it up. Then I'll get everything lined up. Then I'll go ahead and tie everything in, tie this into that, and like I say, I'll run this on switches. And that's pretty much it for now. And I'm pretty well done with this. As you can see, I'm doing some little final touches here. I'm making me a few adjustments on the C-band side. So right now, 72. I adjust my skew just a little bit. If I just barely move it, just a tad, see? Just like that. That'll make that go down. Watch that. See how that dropped? 69%. When I just barely move it back here, just barely touch it. I just went too far. I got it all messed up now. %. So what I need to do is barely move it back that way a little bit. 69%. I'm gonna barely just kind of move this just a little bit. 66%. Don't take much. What I did, I let the thing go out. 66%. I need to go out a little bit. Go out a little bit. Actually, that made it worse. So what I need to go in a little bit. $69. Now if I bump it just a tad, just right there. Let's see if that goes back up to 72. Nope. Just barely. Just. See, now we're back to 66. I pulled it back out. So I'm gonna go back in just a tad more, just kind of just waller it in. 69%. Move it a little over. 72. So there you go. Well, we went to 72, then we back. I think we're getting a little cloud cover up there is what's causing it. But I'm just going to just bump it just a tad. Right there. 69. I'm going to bump it back. Still 69. That's about what I'm going to hold. I think we did go 72%, so it doesn't take much. 69%, so we're going to hold right there. See there? 72. It's that cloud cover is what it is. So I'm going to lock right down there and leave it right there. When I lock it back up, it's going to pull it back straight a little bit, so we're probably going to bump back up to 72 when I put my 5/16 on there, tighten her down. All right, we are locked down. Got that little adjustment screws of 5/16, lock her back down, and we're right back up to 72%. And that's what I want. I can sit here and juggle it and do everything, and it's locked in at 72%. So we're good. So I'm gonna exit out of this. We on grit. I'm gonna time them. I'm gonna go ahead and let me turn this thing down because I don't want no copyright thing. But I'm gonna go ahead and I got all my stuff buried all the way up to the trailer, buried that way. So I'm ready to hook this up. What I do, always get extra wire here. Put my ends on here, run them through here just like I did that, run it back up there to the top there, screw her in. Take this off first, screw that in, kind of tape it up nice and neat. Then I'll put me another LNB on this, and I'll probably switch this one over to Galaxy 16 because this is a very small dish. This is the smallest one I got. KU, forget it. So I'll probably just put this on G16. There ain't much on there. The stuff that's on there, the mux that's on there is pretty strong signal. So I'll probably just use this for G16. But that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take all this in the house, hook my switches up, and everything's tied in. I got all that over there tied in as well. So everything looks good. I'm about to close this video out. I'm done. So I'm gonna get on these KU dishes over here. That's the next project. I got 6 or 7 feeds on C-band and 1 KU feed coming off that. So that's enough for C-band right now. So that's pretty well it. Right there, that's G5. I mean, that's SES5. This one here is SES1. And this was 127 West. And by the way, the reason I went ahead and put that small dish on SES5 is because there's a lot of radio stations on there. There's about, last count, about 850 radio stations. So there ain't a lot on. I think Cozy's on there, but a few Mexican channels. But other than that, radio stations, a lot of sports. So I leave that on there. Like I say, SES5, SES1, 127 West, 103 West, C and KU. Horizontal polarity because I'm using a servo motor type on there. But it's easy to adjust. If I wanted to flip the polarity, I can just flip it over. I got a little switch box in there. I can always flip it over. But other than that, I'm gonna wrap this video up. That one over there, I might put it on, I don't know, I thought about swapping it and putting it on G16 because it's a lot smaller than this one. But I'll just put that on G16 and lock it down, and that's pretty much it. Everything's running through switches. I got 7 switches used up. Got 1 blank. I'll probably put a KU feed on it. But other than that, that's it for now. I'm done with this video. I'm gonna be on KU next. Talk to you later.